And joining us on the line, it is great to welcome to Flow. We have got Holly Wild. G'day, Holly. How you doing today?
I'm so good, Clayton. How are you?
I'm doing really well. I'm surviving along. I've got my nice, it's a nice coffee now. It was a warm coffee when I came in the studio, but that's what happens. It's a nice iced coffee.
You're too busy to drink your coffee.
It gets like that from time to time. It really does, and I'm kind of used to it now. So people just say to me, why don't you just make yourself an iced coffee and be done with it? But
yeah,
it's just kind of not the same. But anyway.
Well, start with it warm and then just pop a scoop of ice cream in about an hour in, and then, you can get the best of both worlds.
That's not a bad idea. I should really do that. Yeah, some nice ice cream in it. That'd be good. And yeah, it's only an archery. No one needs to worry about it. It's all good. So what's been happening with you? How are you going? Are you doing okay at the moment? We're in this crazy world of COVID and lockdown. So are you surviving okay?
Yeah. Look, it is getting a bit boring, the old, oh my God, what day is it today? Like I keep forgetting if it's Tuesday or Wednesday. It all blends into one a little bit, doesn't it? But I'm really good, and I've been so stimulated with the creative projects that I've got going on that I think if you're distracted and you've got things to do, it's fine. If you've got a lot of time to think about it, it can definitely get really frustrating and really boring. I mean, I'm so missing the live music. And I was really looking forward to getting out there this second half of this year. I've got an EP that I'm working on at the moment, which is due to be finished in the next month. And I would have loved to have been getting amongst it and getting out there, but I think it's probably looking like early next year. I'm really hopeful that it will be early next year. But we keep moving the goalpost, I have to say. But that's all right. We're just, you live in hope, don't you?
We certainly do, and that's it. We need hope. We need to know that it's going to change and we're going to be able to get out there and perform the songs and sing them. I know that's what you want to do. But as a performer, someone that loves getting up on stage, how hard is it? Come on, Holly, be honest. This must be absolutely... You want to yell and scream at someone about this. This is really getting to you. How does it honestly feel not being able to do what you really love doing, what makes you feel alive?
Yeah, it's really, really frustrating, to be fair. But there's so many different elements to the whole creative process. Like you get into your songwriting cave for a couple of months and that's me, I do anyway, and I don't do anything else. I'm just trying to write as many songs as I can, and then you take it to the next stage and you pick out your best songs, and then you put that package together and you start working on your EP. And it's a bit of a cycle, I guess, and obviously there are gigs going throughout the process, but I was really focused on the recording at the moment anyway, so I didn't have I'm only pushing it out a couple of months. It's not like I had heaps and heaps of gigs planned at the moment. This is really recording phase. I'm right in the middle of, and it's not the end of the world. I actually sing with another local band in Sydney. We do a lot of events and things, and we had so many gigs cut. That wasn't my original music though. They were covers and. It was a different project, and that's really sad because there's just such a nice community when you get together with all the other local musicians, and you just get to get out there and you get to feel the music and be at all the events and things, and you want me to scream and shout, I will, but maybe once I've hung up the phone. To be honest, it's frustrating, it's annoying, but I don't want to focus on that. Like, you can really get yourself in a mood if you do. I want to focus on the other stuff that I can do.
You're just like every other artist that I've spoken to. You say to them, come on, scream and shout, and no, because they don't need to. They want to focus on other things, and they're writing and they're working and on other projects like you're doing. So it's like, I want to do it and scream, but I want to save my voice to when I'm on stage so I can hit that note. I get it. I totally understand. It's all good.
I don't want to sound like a raspy, screaming. No, I need a delicate voice for this recording. Yeah. Come on, Clayton.
Yes, I understand that. So how is it writing and recording? Do you like doing it on your own, or do you prefer doing collaborations? How does that work for you?
Yeah, look, a bit of both. I've written a few songs for this next project I'm doing alone, and then I've got a couple of writers that I've been connecting with over Zoom. And, it's so fun doing a collaboration with a great co-writer, because I quite often just have, like, pages of notes and, like, little 3-word phrases and just, like, free thought that's not necessarily rhyming and it's not in any structure, and I just do pages of that on this one idea, and then I send it over to my co-writer. There's a great girl that I'm using at the moment, Miranda, and she basically shows up, you know, the week later, and she's just got 1 or 2 lines that she has pulled out of that, and she's like, what about this as an idea for the chorus, just these 2 lines that you've written, and she'll sing a melody. And it's like, that's the seed of the song. And then everything just blooms from that little line. She's got like a rhythmical thing going on with the guitar. And then we just start pulling in more lines from the document, and it just grows like a tree. And it's such a cool, and something that I wouldn't have necessarily started with, but we end up with something that's like a hybrid of what I had in my head and something that she brought in. It's just a great way to write a song. I love it.
It sounds like it's a process that you're also learning how to craft and write a song in a different way as well.
Yeah.
How have you found it doing it from Zoom rather than, say, face-to-face? Do you think you would have achieved the same way?
Look, I think so. I think everyone's getting so used to Zoom as a way of communicating. I think when it was first a thing, it was a bit weird. It was a bit awkward. Now it's so normal, and it's no different to like you're in the room with someone. We use it so much for so many things. I've got this amazing guy that I'm working with on my new EP. He's a vocal arranger, and he comes in, like, you bring your song to him, and he goes through line by line and just picks apart your rhythm, or like tweaks the way you might say something with a little bit more air, a little bit more this, and it's just such a cool way to. And it's like you're just sitting at the table and he's right next to you. I mean, I've had quite a few sessions with him, and I feel like it's just actually really cool that you can just be with someone in New York in in an instant.
Yeah,
you can work with whoever you want. I'm actually really grateful to have such unbelievable technology at my fingertips.
Many artists are. They're so thankful. They've learnt new skills in this last 12 months. They didn't think that they were audio engineers, and they've had to learn how to be one. So
I know.
It's crazy.
Totally.
Yeah. And so with your song, it's called No Limits, the song that we're going to be hearing shortly. With the video, I'm looking at the video on my little screen here, and that driving along on that little combi, and is that yours by any chance, or did you have to get it for the day filming?
It's my sister's, actually.
Oh, okay.
She lives up in Byron Bay, and she's got a couple of combis. And, they're such cool vehicles. I could not own one because they're, hers is notoriously unreliable. And it's such a beast to drive. It's like driving a bus. There's no power steering. It's like you have to really come at it with, full muscle.
Yeah.
But they just bounce along, and they're just such. It's a cool way to get around Byron, that's for sure.
And the video, whereabouts did you film it? I gather you're the only one in the video, so it was a COVID video?
It wasn't a COVID video. Well, look, it was in between COVID lockdowns, so sort of, but we weren't in actual lockdown for that. But yeah, I had an amazing videographer that lives up in Byron, actually, and we shot it in like a macadamia orchard, actually, and down on the beach, down on Belongil Beach. So we were just cruising some of Byron's highlights.
There you go. A good little tourist video for him. So there you go.
Yeah.
Listening to the lyrics, Holly, I'm wondering, is this a song you wrote for you?
Yeah, I think so. I guess, I guess I wrote it for me, but it was like this realization moment that, that we collect all these really negative opinions of ourselves and thoughts about the world around us and things that we can and things that we can't do. We collect them throughout our life, and they stop us doing things that we might have if we didn't think that we weren't very good at that particular thing. We might have chosen to do that later in life, but I had all these things that I thought that I couldn't do or thought that I wasn't going to be that good at. And once you realise and acknowledge and sort of, I guess, acceptance is the first thing. That's what I think. And if you can change that, if you can get rid of all that baggage in your head, you can do anything. And I did this sort of really random workshop where you go into your subconscious, you explore the negative beliefs that you've got of yourself, and you clear them out, you reverse them, you turn them into positive beliefs about yourself. And I came home and I was so light and optimistic, and I sat on a couch and I just felt so good, like I could do anything that I wanted right now because I believed in myself. And I just thought if I can write this uplifting song and get that message to people, that actually if you can just believe in yourself and follow your dreams, you can do anything you want, and don't give up on yourself so easily.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the main message of the song, I guess. And it is for me, for sure. But it's also, I hope that if someone takes a little something from that song, then I'm totally thrilled.
We have it happen to us all the time, and sometimes without us even being made aware of it, that people give us negative things or keep us down, don't believe in us, and there are times when we need to believe in ourselves, and realistically, you can have someone say, I believe in you, but it doesn't really mean as much and resonate as much until you believe in yourself that you can do something. And I think that was one of the takeaways I got from your song, is that we do need to believe in ourselves a lot more, and we need to say it to ourselves that, yes, we can do this. Yes, I can cook beef Wellington. I can do a great beef Wellington, and people will love it. It's just a simple thing.
Yep.
You can believe in yourself. Sorry, because I tried to do beef Wellington and I was horrible at it, and I've been too scared to try it again.
You're amazing at beef Wellington.
I've got to do it again. I know I can do a great job. I know I can do it. And Gordon Ramsay be damned. I can do a better job than him. I know it's his signature dish, but anyway. But you get my point. So that's what
Absolutely.
I took away.
And it's not to say that it's going to be easy, but just don't make up your mind quite so easily that you can't do it. And it takes effort, and you've got to, but don't hold back. Like, go for it. Follow your dreams. And if somebody, just that little thing that someone said to you when you're a kid, you're not going to be, not a great drawing. Maybe you're better at the math stuff and leave the art stuff to your sister. You know what I mean? And then for the rest of your life, you believe that you're a terrible artist.
Yeah, that you can't draw. And in fact, yes, you can. You just draw differently. You just do it in a different way.
Exactly.
Yes, I think there should be a little bit more encouragement. Let people make a mistake. And I think it was Thomas Edison when he was told about when he was coming up with a light bulb, and it took him like 2,000 goes, and he said, no, well, I just learned how to do 2,000 things differently. It wasn't a case of that. So he's spinning it around to a positive rather than people saying that he was a failure.
What an awesome, love that.
And I think, we need to do more of it. So you said you got this EP coming out, Holly. When, and it could be later this year. What sort of tracks are we going to be hearing it? Is it much the same as No Limits, or is it a kind of a melody mixture? What's going on?
Oh, it's a little bit different actually. But there is a lot of, the songs are all a little bit different. But they're quite uplifting, I have to say. They've definitely got a bit of groove going on, and they've got the energized drums. So they are all pretty upbeat, and I really think you're going to like them. It's so hard to describe. It's so hard to describe them. Because they are quite different. But definitely energy and lots of really good vibes, and definitely they've definitely got some movement going on. You'll be tapping your toes for sure.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to that. Well, Holly, it has been fantastic chatting to you. We've got your song here ready to go. I'm looking forward to hearing tracks on the EP, and I dare say we'll have a conversation about some of those coming up soon as well.
Absolutely, Clayton. So nice to talk to you.
Thank you. I need you to be good and stay safe and that, and get ready for the gigs that are coming up, because you're going to be out there singing soon. I'm just being really positive for you, so just
thank you.
We'll get through it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for spending time with us, Holly. We've got the song here. If you could please introduce it for all our Flow listeners.
Hi, my name's Holly Wild, and I hope you enjoy my new song, No Limits. Thanks so much.
Today, I shed a few layers. There were mistakes that I thought I forgave. There were memories I thought I could change. Today, the calm takes over me, like I'm lying across the backseat, and the bumpy road rocks me to sleep. No, I don't wanna hide anymore. No, there's a limit on me that you placed, and baggage you didn't take. Now I'm driving along the fast lane. I've been fighting against my whole ways, been held back by the words that you say. Now I'm dealing with the baggage you didn't take. Today, I'm taking over me. Drop the window, feel breeze on your skin. Let the seat back and take it all in.